The story of a disabled woman who is in a housing dispute with the mayor of East Providence. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Kalunian.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. The mayor says he wants her city-owned home rented to veterans, but she believes it's retribution for criticizing him. Kate Wilkinson talked to both sides.
Julia Dempsey says she signed a lease that was supposed to last until 2026, but the city says that lease wasn't valid, and she says she has nowhere to go. In 2019, Julia Dempsey won a housing lottery to rent this property on Payette Street.
It was amazing. I thought, what are the chances, you know?
It had been newly renovated under a federal housing and urban development grant.
Hand-done cabinetry.
Rent was $600. Veterans were given preference in the housing lottery, but Dempsey, who is not a veteran, was given the keys after a veteran turned down the offer.
There's definitely a need for affordable housing, not just for veterans, for non-veterans also.
Dempsey says the first few years were fine until a high school parking lot was built next to her home. Now she says this has been happening every day. Dempsey said she has repeatedly tried working with the city to build a fence.
I had to get 3 bids, and I put together the bid packages.
Meantime, she says her 5-year lease was supposed to expire in 2026, but in 2024, she received this letter saying the city had no final copy of her lease with the mayor's signature on it. She believes it was because she criticized the mayor on social media repeatedly.
If she made comments negative towards me, I don't recall them, and it had no bearing on the situation that we're dealing with right now.
The mayor says the lease Dempsey signed was never valid.
The signature that's missing here is yours.
Exactly.
So why didn't you sign it?
Because it was done without my understanding of the lease, and I never had an opportunity to sign it.
Yet Dempsey points out she's been paying $900 in rent, the amount set in the 5-year lease, which the mayor says he never signed. Despite that, Dempsey says she signed a new 1-year lease in 2024 because she didn't want to lose her home. Then last month, she received this letter asking her to leave her house by the end of May. De Silva says they want the home to go to homeless veterans.
I've gotten the calls personally about people who have been in that situation, and we've tried to find them a place.
But Dempsey argues she should at least be able to stay through 2026.
I just can't be out of here in 60 days on disability. My end goal is to this be my last place I live. I don't know. I don't want to leave.
The city says Dempsey will be allowed to live in the home on a month-to-month basis, as mandated by state law, and they are willing to help her find a new home. Dempsey says she hasn't been able to find an apartment under $1,300. In the studio, Kate Wilkinson, 12 News.